One movement which is an aspiration for many is the concept of allowing that pelvis to elevate through impact and also that lead hip to move upwards through impact. Because we know the idea of pelvis elevation, lead hip moving upwards is really connected to areas such as distance, rotation, two of many in this case. But what we need to look at is what drives and what encourages, what motivates in this case for the pelvis to move upwards and that lead hip to move up. For sure connects back to the ground reaction force, but again, what produces those reaction forces? The kind of clues in his name in some ways. Ground reaction force, what's it reacting and responding to? Really connects back to then how the hands are moving downwards and pressuring down in the downswing. Loosely speaking, when the hands can pressure downwards, when the hands can move lower down in that delivery phase relative to their start position, so their start position's here, if the hands move beneath that kind of start position, that can then really connect and then to really then how well we can then start to push up through the floor, elevate through that lead hip and pelvis. So again, we look at the drive, the incentive. What encourages reaction force is to understand what's it first reacting to. And one of the more dominant influences then is how much those hands pressure downwards, how low the hands move in the downswing. The response to the floor then is the more we pressure downwards, the lower the hands move downwards, the more the earth then pushes us back upwards. We then start to see those corresponding elevations through the pelvis and then that lead hip moving upwards. So the idea being that internal pressure is what creates external force. How well we move those internal pressures through our body is then what creates external force. Really what controls internal pressure within human movement is really how the hands move through space. How those hands are moving through space is then what drives and encourages internal pressure through our body. So using some examples here on screen now, we can start to see that when those hands move lower down in the delivery phase relative to their start position, the corresponding elevation and move up to that pelvis, compared to when the hands never actually achieve the low point relative to their start position, never actually lower than their start position, how we then start to see that real reduction in the elevation up through that pelvis.